This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Now today we're going to be talking about underrated games. And the reason this subject came up was I was putting together my top 23 of 2023. And there were a couple of games that I completely forgot about that snuck under the radar. Now, I'm not going to put these in any order. And even some of the ones that made the list, like I think you may have seen the first part of my top 23. We did the first 13, and then I think I'm sticking this video in the middle, and then the last 10 the following week. So it's closer to the end of the year. But there were a lot of games that I left off my top 23 that could have easily been in there. But again, they kind of escape your mind. Some of them was some of them, you know, I think were just really, you know, this was such a great year. It was such a great year, and some of them I left off, and some of them I put on. I thought that Zombicide Westerns that came out this year was probably one of the best Zombicides I've played. And I really like it. I really enjoy it. Some people, I think, went by it because of basically I think because, you know, Shadows of Brimstone has a big Western theme, and maybe they just thought, I don't know, you know, and they just went on from it. I'm just writing something down here, you know, because I don't edit anything. But you know, it's a funny thing. You know, if I don't put the thing up in the right-hand corner, people, because they're so lazy, instead of looking things up, they want to see a picture of it. And for me, it doesn't matter. I'm just here talking. But, you know, that's the way it goes. Scooby-Doo was another one that I thought was very, very solid game that you could play with kids and things like that. It was very good. The miniatures were pre-painted, which were beautiful. The game was fun. The villains, you know, is very thematic. You felt like, you know, you were part of, you know, of the Scooby-Doo clan there. The Dream Machine there was just as cool as anything, and the gameplay was just really solid. And I really liked what it did and how it did things. GMT came out with another coin game, and it actually sits up there. I have two copies. The British Way. I thought this was really good. What coin game is bad? But when you hear over the last year people talking about the coin games, you know, they're talking you know, they're talking about, you know, Fire in the Lake, the expansion that came out for that, two expansions that were absolutely glorious. That could easily have been on the list. But the British Way, I thought, was one of the more solid coin games, and I really enjoyed what it did and how it did things. A game that did make my list, but I just don't think it'll be on very many other people's list, because it's a great game and people are not giving it a shout. And to save myself a graphic here, Escape from Stalingrad Z. This oh, see, I'll put it up in the corner here. There, okay, there, people. Okay, this is fantastic. I love this game. I just got through, you know, I've been sick for most of the year, so one of the things I did is I did a bit of a run through of it, and I know that they've got a few other parts I definitely want to get my hands on. But I'm going to tell you this much. I just painted up all these machines, and I mean all these figures. You could play with figures, you could play with standees, you could play with tokens. And I just love, you open up a book, everything's in front of you. It really plays well. It does not take up a huge table presence. And it's just fun. fun. And that's what games are all about, is just having fun. And I really suggest you check this out. Escape from Stalingrad Z. This made it in my list. Where you'll have to see, but Raybox Games, this is just something special, and I just really love it a lot. Another game is Legends of Andor, the Eternal Frost. This came out over the summer. It was a Gen Con release. I did a video on it, and you didn't hear too much about it. Now, the whole Legends of Andor, a lot of people love it, but you don't hear it talked about as much as it should be. I mean, this is another fantastic game, and I'll be honest with you, it's just an instant classic for me. And there is no way that I have everything for it, and to just sit there and play it all the way through would just be awesome. You don't realize how great and how big this game is and everything that it does. At number 6, Cyberpunk Combat Zone. It made my list for top game of 23, but this, I really like the simplicity of it. It's not a big read. The figures are beautiful. You can go at it. That and the Badassery Arena for that they also came out with, which was for Borderlands Badassery. That's another one that I think flew under the radar. I really love that too. How that plays out and how the AI works in that particularly, it really stands out. But I think if I had to really put something out there this year that really went, I think, underrated, and I thought that was probably that I wanted to kick myself for not putting on the top 23, but I just don't know where I would have put it. Masters of the Universe from CMON. This game's great. And if you are a He-Man fan, and old school He-Man, this has everything that you could want from it. All the extras, the Castle Grayskull, the terrain that comes with it. The rules are just simple, fun, and exciting. It does so many things right. This is a fantastic game, and I think it's underrated. I really would love to have put it in my top 20, but I completely forgot about it, and that just goes to show you that even I underrated this game, and I think it's a fantastic game. I just can't believe I let this one slip through my fingers, and I want to kick myself. That's for doggone sure. But it's one that you definitely want to put on this list, and you want to give it a try. Some of you, it was a short run, I think. It was hard to get. And I think once it hit that window, it kind of went by everybody. But this is just a fantastic game. So there you go. There's my list of underrated games of the year. And boy, I think you should check some of these out because, dang, they're pretty good. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody.